Replacing struts can be a bit of a time-consuming job, especially if you're not familiar with car repairs. For an experienced mechanic, it typically takes around 2 to 3 hours to replace both front struts. If you're doing it yourself and it's your first time, you might need to set aside half a day to a full day, because you'll be extra cautious and probably spend some time figuring things out. Here's a rough breakdown of the process. 1. Preparation. This includes gathering the necessary tools, parts, and equipment. Make sure you have a jack stands, socket set, wrenches, and of course, new struts. All of this setup can take 20-30 minutes by itself. 2. Jack. Up the vehicle. Lift the car and support it with jack stands. Safety first. This can take another 10-15 minutes. 3. Remove the wheels. Taking off the wheels to access the struts should be pretty quick, around 5-10 minutes. 4. Remove the old struts. This is usually the most time-consuming part. You'll need to unbolt the strut from the suspension and the top mount. There may be several nuts and bolts, which can be difficult to loosen due to rust or dirt. This part can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour per side, depending on how stubborn the bolts are. 5. Install the new struts. Getting the new ones in place and bolted up usually goes quicker than taking the old ones out. Still, plan for around 20-30 minutes per side. 6. Reattach wheels and lower the vehicle. Once the new struts are in, putting the wheels back on and lowering the car should only take another 10-15 minutes. 7. Alignment. After replacing struts, you should get an alignment done to ensure everything is set correctly. This isn't something you usually do at home unless you have the right equipment. This can take an additional hour or so at a shop, so if you're handy with tools and somewhat familiar with car repairs, you could potentially change both struts in about 3 to 5 hours. Otherwise, it might take the better part of a day. Struts are crucial for your vehicle's handling and ride comfort. If you're ever unsure or run into trouble, don't hesitate to call in a professional. Safer to spend a few bucks than risk your safety with a poor installation.